Oh man, I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Amit Patel. We go way back. We go really, really, really way back. And we're gonna talk about how you landed an AWS product manager job. Amit, how you doing over there, buddy?
Doing well, man. Living the dream.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Was product management everything that you wanted?
Yeah, it was, especially coming straight from finance. I'd spent a couple years doing trading and I wanted to do something a little more hands-on and a little more strategic. And so I thought career opportunities were going to be a lot better. Just going into product, having that background in finance, being able to relate to what the business needs, and then learning about the tech side of it, and then just combining it all together.
How different is it going from finance to product management?
You know, there is a little bit of a hurdle to overcome just learning about the technology, but I mean at the end of the day, you're still relying on the same skill sets, right? You're still trying to figure out what problem is occurring and how can I best solve it? And then in product, you're just transitioning that lens to who is the end user, how does this help the business, and what needs to be done in order to drive results for both groups.
We met at a originally met at a how to transition from finance over to product management. I feel that finance has so many transferable skills. First and foremost, the high pressure work environment, the fast paced work environment, and then also just the relentless work ethic. Um, why do you feel like so many people from finance have this imposter syndrome about hopping over? Because the truth is, like being based in New York, we have a very strong track record of people transitioning over, right? And
Oh
we've
yeah.
done so many happy hours. I mean, our last one was literally at Finance Central. And
Right.
seeing all these other success stories, like why do you think so many people that's in finance hold themselves hostage in a toxic work environment instead of going after PM?
I think a lot of people just hear product management and immediately think about going into technology and the tech sector, and that to them just triggers this switch of, I don't know how to code. I probably can't make this switch. So first, let me learn how to code, and then I'll feel more comfortable having the skill set under my belt in order to jump into product management. And the reality is that could not be further from the truth. I still cannot code, and I'm still quite good at product. And so at the end of the day, it's about leveraging your skill set that you have, and just learning about the technology without needing to actually know how to build it yourself. I think that's the big thing that in finance, when you're an analyst, you're out there building macros and you're doing all of that grunt work versus relying on a team and being able to delegate a lot of that.
Your story has been nothing shy of amazing. I mean, graduated from Cornell, went to Barclays, and
Thank you,
then
man.
yeah, and then now in the AWS product manager role. I mean, like, how do you? I mean, I'm pretty sure within the finance community, like you've been hit up by a lot of people.
Mhm.
Um, what do you think? Like, what other hurdle? Because it's you know, we've been at this for like about close to a decade now here in New York, and every product manager coming out from a finance background has not only found that this is a more relaxed work environment, they're doing much more meaningful work. They feel like they're making an impact. They're working less effing hours. They are making at least a comparable salary, if not even more, because we are structured for multiple offers. But I guess the procrastination of just starting. Like, what do you feel like that is? Because you
You
guys are
know,
like such badasses, right? Like this is like the command center for like the special ops team. But like, what but you guys also have just like what do you think that hurdle is in making the move?
I think it's the biggest hurdle most people have is you work such long hours in finance that by the time you get off the desk and you get back to your apartment, you finish eating, maybe you finally worked out for the day, you are just so exhausted that you don't have it in you to want to, I got to motivate myself, I got to send out these applications, I got to reach out to hiring managers, all of this work, which has kind of now been changed. And so it's just now building up that confidence and getting the ability and that drive to be able to pull it off.
Got it. So, in addition to basically all of that, like, what advice do you have for people that are still kind of like dangling around? Because I like they ask like a million questions like and then they're like but like what do you have to say to these people that's just like procrastinating and make pulling the trigger finally?
You know, Uh, I I remember what got me into that first event, Rich, of how to transition from finance to product management, which was I just had one day of getting yelled at one too many times where I was like, I got to take the leap. I got to try something new. And, you'll eventually reach that breaking point and use that momentum into making such a big switch because otherwise you're just going to be uh, in a it's not as bad as it could be cycle, which in the tech world is so so different. I mean, I think you remember it was close to a decade ago, dude. I came in there just absolutely defeated. Like I've sent out resumes. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, man. And now you see the smile on my face, man.
I mean, that feeling though, I guess just never really goes away, but I don't know
Right.
why people choose to run away from that. I mean, because you can't really outrun it at some point. How many job hunts have you been a part of so far since transitioning to product?
Since transitioning to product, I think I've done about 3 or 4 job hunts after, especially after a couple layoffs as well. That happened over COVID and beyond. But
It's
it's
it's hilarious. It's a job that you work until you get laid off, but yet people don't think about being like more proactive about it.
right.
Um, yeah. So like, yeah, bro. Uh, what words of wisdom and encouragement can you offer your former comrades that are still, you know, when night comes, my watch begins. Like what can you tell these people?
Man, it gets easier with every interview that you have, right? Every application that you send out, every interview is just a learning process and it makes you more honed and better tuned to just get through it. And at the end of the day now, after going through even that first transition, my pitch is on lockdown. You're able to convert interviews even faster and you just have a newfound sense of confidence that uh, you're able to just convert offers. So just keep at it because once that first offer hits, it falls like dominoes, man.
100%, bro. I love it. For all of y'all that I think life is just too short to be unhappy. So I recently went into the JPM office and oh my gosh, it's just like I don't know why anybody would put themselves through that. Uh,
It's an environment, man. It makes you really good and way ahead of anyone else to come out of that you'll meet in tech. Being in coming out of finance as a background, you are wired differently and you're able to outwork anyone.
course you're wired differently. It's all the performance enhancing supplements you get. What's called the limitless pill. Or the real limitless pill, the RL. And I guess I saw these kids. They're like they're just starting into the life, and it was like freaking rolling past like a Marine recruitment center at the mall. These guys were like had no idea they're about to straight go into combat. Right? Everybody get their standard issue Patagonia vests. All right, champs, just like we did during training, man. They can prepare you for that. But like, yeah, I think the market right now is completely right. I appreciate your time. Um, for anybody that is thinking about enrolling, please go ahead, schedule a call. Coffee chats. I think it's just like the faster you move, the faster things happen. So
100%.
faster you move, the faster things happen because speed loves money. He loves
Gloves.
speed. All right, champs. Schedule the call. We'd love to go out there and talk to you to see if we can go out there and make a transition. Funny thing is, actually, when I first got into New York and into the biz, Wall Street Oasis had so many blogs that said it is impossible for people to move into uh, product management from finance, and And people ask me, it's like, well, it says that these blogs are like, they say it's impossible. You know, it's impossible is working at JP Morgan or like Goldman forever. Like, you know, there's a standard operating procedure on how to handle in the like on how to handle somebody ODing at the office. And that show industry is mad accurate to the line. Schedule the call, champs. All you got to do is make the phone, pick up the phone, schedule a call with us. Let's make some moves. Let's get you into a better situation. Ahmed, thank you so much
Absolutely.
for your time.
Likewise, Rich. You take care.